Hi, good day everyone. My name is Yuvanraj from Group 10. My group will present about Chapter 15, Managing Human Resources Globally. Before I start my presentation, I would like to introduce my group members Waida, Husna, Hasif and Raihanah. First of all, I would like to share about learning objectives. First, identify the recent changes that have caused companies to expand into international markets. Second, discuss the four factors that most strongly influence HRM in international markets. Third, list the different categories of international employees. Fourth, identify the four levels of global participation and the HRM issues faced within each level. And lastly, discuss the ways companies attempt to select, train, compensate and reintegrate expatriate managers. As an introduction to the topic, I would like to explain about trend in global expansion. Trend in global expansion can be defined as movement that inclining in planned global expansion. Particularly, global expansion implies more than just making investments in nations outside of the company's area. The concept includes maintaining an actual business presence in those countries. These are favorable to HR department because expansion globally gives a company the opportunity to access high quality talent from around the world. Hiring global employees can provide unique insights into local cultural norms. Additionally, many workers from emerging markets may be less expensive than workers from Western countries. From there, new markets will bloom in order to make the expansion success and they also get new customers. This can be simplified as new markets equal to new customers. Next, the moving production facilities may lower labor costs as I said earlier because they consider the migration to low wage areas an adjustment caused by changes in international comparative advantage, and lastly, the usage of information technology is higher than the labor force as manual method.
For current global changes, first is European Union, European Economic Community EC 1992. Confederation of most of the European nations that agree to engage in free trade with one another, with commerce regulated by an overseeing body called the European Commission or EC. Share currency or Euro. So next is North American Free Trade Agreement of NAFTA, which is include three countries, Canada, Mexico, and United States. This will increase US investment in Mexico, many low-skilled jobs went south, and increase employment opportunities for Americans with high-level skills. Next is the growth of Asia, that include Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, that have become significant economic force. China, population of more than 1 billion, opening market to foreign investors and predicted to have larger economy than US. Next is General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. First is reduce trade barriers globally. Second is more than 100 member nations, and third is World Trade Organization or WTO. So next is factor affecting human resource management in international market. First is culture, second is education human capital, third is political legal system, and fourth is economic system.
In culture culture is defined as the set of important, as you mentioned, the members of a community share. Culture is most important factor in affecting HRM in global markets. The other three factors affecting HRM in global markets often determine the effectiveness of various HRM practices. Culture has for hospited cultural dimensions has five is individuals, collectivism, power distance, uncertainty avoidance, masculinity, femininity, long term and short term. Individualism, collectivism is described the strength of the relationship between an individual and other individuals in society. That is the degree to which people act as individuals rather than as members of a group. The second dimensions is a power distance. Power distance is concerned how a culture deals with hierarchical power relationship, particularly the unequal distribution of a power. The third dimension is uncertainty avoidance. Uncertainty avoidance describes how culture seeks to deal with the fact that the culture is not perfectly predictable. Continue to masculinity and femininity dimensions. This is they describe the division of roles between the sexes within a society. And finally, fifth dimension comes from the philosophy of the Far East and is referred to as a long-term and short-term orientation. Long-term and short-term orientation. Alright. Implication of a culture for HRM has a pronounced impact on a country's economic health by promoting certain value that either add or inhibit economic growth. Influences the ways managers behave in relations to subordinates. Influence the way it may influence the appropriateness of HRM practice. Influences how employers value certain aspects of their work environment and influences compensation system and communication process. I will continue into factor is education human capital. Human capital refer to the product productive capabilities of individuals. That is the knowledge. That is a knowledge, skills, experience that have economic value. Educational is opportunity. Country with low human capital attract facility that require low skill and low wage level. Countries with high human capitals that attractive site direct foreign investment creates high skill job.
Okay, now we go to the factor affecting HM in global markets. The point is a political legal system. Political legal system often dictates the requirement for certain HRM practices such as training, compensation, hiring, firing, and layoff. Also, the political legal system is an outgrowth of the culture's norm of a country. Next, we go to the next slide. Okay. The second point is economic system. Economic system, there are three types. Socialist system. Socialist system is education is free but little economic incentive. And then the highest taxes. Second, capitalist system. Capitalist system, a cost to develop human capital is highest, so that can reap monetary reward. And the third, developing country is a lower level cost. Now we go to the example. This figure shows hourly compensation cost in manufacturing US dollar in 2010. The highest is Norway. The amount average gross hourly compensation is 63.66 US dollars. And the lowest, Philippines. The amount is only 2.01. They are
Assalamualaikum and hi. I am Raihanah binti Ahmad Yahya. I want to present about managing employees in a global context. There has two types of international employees. First, types of countries and types of employee. Types of countries has three. First, parent countries, host countries, and third country. Parent country is the country in which the company corporate's headquarters is located. For example, United States is parent country of General Motors. Second, host countries. Host countries is the country in which the parent country organization seeks to locate a facility or has already located. For example, Great Britain is a host country for General Motors because General Motors has operations there. Lastly, third countries. Third countries is a country other than the host country or parent country, and a company or may not have facilities there. Types of international employees. They have four types of employees. First, expatriate, parent country national, host country national, and third country national. Expatriate is generally used for employees sent by a company in one country to manage operations in different countries. Parents country national are employees who were born and live in the parent country. For host country nationals are those employees who were born and raised in the host as opposed to the parent country. Lastly, third country national. Third country national are employees born in a country other than the parent country and host country but work in host country. Managing employees in a global context also have 5 levels of global participation. First, domestic, international, multinational, global, and transnational HRM. For transnational HRM, there are 3 of them. First, transnational scope, transnational representation, and transnational process. For transnational scope, it refers to the fact that HRM decisions must be made from a global rather than a national or regional perspective. For transnational representation, it reflects the multinational composition of a company's managers. Lastly, for transnational process, it refers to the extent to which the company planning and decision-making process include representative and ideas from a variety of cultures. Okay, let's move to managing expatriates in global markets. Average one-time cost for relocating an expatriate is $60,000. Second, average compensation package is approximately $250,000. Lastly, cost of an unsuccessful expatriate assignment, that is a manager returning earlier, is approximately $100,000.
Next, I would like to present about selection of expatriate managers in managing expatriates in global market, which has the elements of technical competence in area of operations, adaptability, and cultural sensitivity. Technical competence in area of operations can be defined as the ability to do something successfully or efficiently in technical field in a company. Second, adaptability, the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions when they enter the new company. Cultural sensitivity with self dimension, relationship dimension, perception dimension, and cultural intelligence. Then, select topics for assessing candidates for overseas assignments. This happens when a company gives a new project which they need to go to the foreign countries. First is motivation. What are the candidates' reason and the degree of interest in wanting an overseas assignment? Second, does the candidate have a realistic understanding of what is required in working and living overseas? Third, what is the spouse's attitude toward an overseas assignment? Second is health. Are there any health issues with the candidate or family members that might impact the success of the overseas assignment? Third, language ability. Does the candidate have the potential to learn a new language? Does the candidate's spouse have the ability to learn a new language? And the last topic will be family considerations. How many moves has the family made among different cities or parts of the United States? What problems were encountered? What is the spouse's goal in this move overseas? How many children are in the family and what are their ages? Will all the children move as part of the overseas assignment? Has divorce or its potential or the death of a family member had a negative effect on the family's cohesiveness? And last, are there any adjustment problems the candidate would expect should the family move overseas?
Alright, continue to the slide 25, table 15.3, select topic for assessing candidates for overseas assignment. Resourcefulness and initiative. First, is the candidate independent and capable of standing by his or her decisions? Second, is the candidate able to meet objective and products positive and produce positive results with whatever human resources and facilities are available regardless of challenges that might arise in a foreign business environment. Third, can be candidate operate without a clear definition of responsibility and authority. Will the candidates be able to explain the goals of the company and its missions to local managers and workers? Uh, 5. Does the candidates uh, possess sufficient self-disciplines and self-confidence to handle complex problems? And 7. Can the candidates operate effectively in a foreign country which have normal communication, supportive services? Alright, continue in slide 26, table 15.3, select topic for assessing candidates for overseas assignment. This is adaptability. Is the candidate cooperative, open to the opinions of others and able to compromise? Second, how the candidate reacts to new situation and effort to understand and appreciate culture differences. Third, how does the candidate react to criticism, constructive and otherwise? And fourth, uh, will the candidates be able to make and develop contact with peers in a foreign country? And sixth, does the candidates demonstrate patience when dealing with problems?
So next is career planning. First is, does the candidate consider the assignment more than a temporary overseas trip? Second, is the overseas assignment consistent with the candidate's career development and one that was planned by the company? Third is, what is the candidate's overall attitude towards the company? And fourth is there any history or indication of interpersonal problem with this candidate? So next is financial. First, are there any current financial and or legal consideration that might affect the assignment? For example, house or car purchase and college expenses. Second is, will undue financial pressures be put upon the candidate and his or her family as a result of an overseas assignment? So next is managing expatriates in global market. First is training and development of expatriates. The point is cross-cultural training that include three, which is cultural self-awareness, culture in the work environment, and communication differences.
Okay, next, the table show expatriates adjustment affected work environment, the employer's cultures and climate where the expatriate works, language, the ability of the expatriate to communication, job or task of stay, the expatriate freedom, autonomy and variety in how they work, leisure time, opportunities to engage in sport, hobbies, and other leisure activities. Urbanity, pollution, traffic, beautiful of the location, puts balance, ability to balance time spent at work and with family, living quarters, size and type of living accommodation, family life, family choose and harmony with a partner, local friendship, number and depths of local friendship, contact to those left behind, ability to maintain relationship with family and friend in the home country. Next, we proceed to the next slide. Managing employers in global context. Managing expatriates in global markets. The compensation of expatriates included by a balance sheet approved, like base salary, tax equalization allowance, benefits. And the last is cost of living allowance. Okay, this slide is show the balance sheet for determine expatriate compensation. So they have two parts. The first paid by a company and the second additional cost. So the including there are four types: reserve, goods and services, housing, and income tax. So from this picture, from this figure, we can see the pay by a company and additional costs.
Okay, let's move to appendix of image long description. There are the figure of hourly compensation cost in manufacturing, US dollar 2012. First, Norway $63.66, Switzerland $57.59, Sweden $49.80, and others. A diagram shows home country salary includes income tax, housing, goods and service and reserve. Host country costs include home and host country income, tax, housing, goods and service and reserve. For host country costs paid by company and from salary include income tax, housing, goods and service, reserve, and other costs not paid for by company. Lastly, Home country equivalent purchasing power includes premiums and incentive, income tax, housing, goods and service and reserve. Okay, that's all from my group. Hope you enjoy my group video. Thank you.